Good day, my name is Alexander Sudriv, and today I want to talk to you about our planet's environment. Billions of people live on Earth, and the population is growing bigger and bigger. In the meantime, the progress is forging ahead too. The science, technology, machine industry, industrial sector, agriculture sector and developing, all of these require a great amount of electric energy. So let's think about how it's produced and what impact it has on the planet's environment. Currently, there is a great number of ways of producing electric energy. There are power stations, nuclear, geothermal, hydro, solar, tidal, and wind power plants. As you can see, there are many ways indeed. And now, to give you the right vision of what we're going to discuss today, let's dwell upon the environmental issues that are plain to see. The ecological situation on our planet is far from being perfect. The human abuses natural resources, consuming a colossal amount of them. The mineral resources are dwindling. A great amount of wild animals are hunted to extinction, including mammals, birds, fish, and insects. Meanwhile, a great number of plants are eradicated, the forests are cut down, water bodies are contaminated, and it's no surprise that the human is admitted to be the most dangerous predator. In the course of evolution, humans are getting more reasonable and humane, but unfortunately, at the same time, more dangerous for the environment. With the advent of electricity, the pace of urbanization is getting more rapid manifold. There are more and more cities, and the territories previously densely inhabited by animals and rich in forests are now turning into the concrete jungle. The technology is forging ahead. More new ways of producing electric energy keep on appearing. Mankind becomes dependent on technical means. It's impossible to imagine modern society without TVs, computers, mobile phones, transport, radio, and sewer system. To provide all this, a great number of motors are used. Most of them are electric. Mankind also directly depends on oil products, the production and usage of which is possible thanks to electric motors. Consequently, we can make a conclusion that the main consumers of electric energy in modern world are lightning and electric motors. Most of them are induction motors. Thus, producing electric energy is in fact one of the most harmful factors for the environment. A great amount of natural mineral resources are exhausted to provide it. Currently, there are no safe ways of producing electric energy. The ways we mentioned in the beginning of the video have a lot of drawbacks. And even the seemingly safe wind power stations have a serious harmful effect on the flora and fauna around them, including the human. The environmental factors of the wind turbine impact that require special attention and assessment can be divided into three groups. First, active factors, physical effect on ornithofauna, acoustic noise, vibration, electromagnetic radiation, and emergency situations. Second, passive factors, interference with radio waves, rejection of land territories, psychosocial, landscape pollution, comfort, and more. And third is indirect factors, environmental pollution resulting from the process of producing wind turbines. As for the solar energy, it can be said that theoretically it is safe. But there is a possibility that mainstream implementation of solar energy production may change the reflective power of the Earth's surface and lead to climate change. Talking about geothermal energy, the main problem here is the necessity in reinjection of wastewater to the groundwater reservoir. Thermal water contains a great amount of salts, various toxic metals, which eliminate the possibility of water discharge to natural hydrologic systems located on the surface. The situation in hydro and tidal energy production is the following. Constructing a dam results in tidal range increase. Even a small increase of the tidal range will lead to a significant change in the underground distribution in the coastal belt. Increase the flooding area, interfere with water circulation, change the ice regime in the water basin area behind the dam. It will also cause the disruption of fish breeding migration routes and shallowing of fish breeding grounds in lower river reaches. Also, significant impact is exerted on water supply, water irrigation, river transport operation, that is river shipping, and fertile lands are flooded. Nuclear energy. The main hazard posed by nuclear power stations is environmental contamination with nuclear waste and hot water pollution caused by water used for cooling the nuclear reactor and other nuclear station units. And now let's talk about thermal electric energy. A great amount of valuable natural raw materials, predominantly organic ones, are eliminated as fuel. Considerable environmental harm is caused by oil and gas pipelining. The operation of thermal power plants leads to the production of millions of tons of solid waste in form of ash and refuse burnout that is almost incapable of being disposed of and gets accumulated in great amounts of waste burial sites. They contain a whole range of chemical elements, many of them are toxic. These ash and burnout waste elements penetrate the soil and underground water, making them unfit for both household and economic use. Air emissions from thermal power plants contain sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, heavy metals, and other environmentally harmful chemical elements. The ground-level air is polluted with a great amount of carbon dioxide produced in the process of burning. Localized process of burning provides the possibility of oxygen deficiency in the region caused by oxygen consumption rate exceeding oxygen delivery to the atmosphere enabled by photosynthesis. Areas in the immediate neighborhood of thermal power plants usually have increased natural background radiation. It can be explained by the presence of radionuclide trace elements in coal, which in the process of thermal power plant operation are emitted to the environment together with other combustion products. Heat pollution of natural water bodies, the water from which is used for cooling exhaust steam from steam turbines of thermal power plants. The operation of thermal power plants contributes to noise and electromagnetic pollution of the environment. It's worth pointing out that chemical pollution of the environment caused by thermal power plant operation is one of the sources of such global environmental issues as greenhouse effect, acid rains, not to mention the damage inflicted to flora and fauna by toxic agents. We spoke about thermal power plants in more detail for a reason. This way of producing electric energy is the most common today. As you can see, everywhere has a range of drawbacks. Of course, there are advantages too. But nevertheless, the mainstream ways of producing electric energy used nowadays are very harmful for the environment. In the next video, we'll tell you about one more possible way of improving the ecological situation in the world. Please subscribe to our channel and stay informed about the latest news in the life of Duyunov's induction motors project. See you soon!